The legal gloves are off between the Free State Cooperative Governance and the Mangaung Metro Council. Government has dragged the Mangaung Metro to court in a bid to nullify resolutions taken at the special council meeting held on the 26th of January. In papers before the court, government has submitted that the meeting was not lawfully convened and that Speaker Stephanie Lokman-Naidoo did not convene the meeting on her own accord. Instead, the meeting was convened at the behest of 2 ANC councillors and 17 EFF caucus members. The disputed meeting led to the removal of acting municipal manager Sello More, who was eventually replaced by Teboho Maine. The removal of More was preceded by a scathing court judgment which declared that Free State Cooperative Governance MEC Mxolisi Dukwana acted unlawfully by appointing More. Government is further seeking an interdict to prevent Maine from resuming the duties as acting city manager.
There is no effective service delivery that is actually happening, and that's where our concern is. And hence we have actually gone to the court to place our argument before the court to say certain things need to be done right in the metro so that we do not have all these shenanigans that are happening, because the way things are, it's like it's a playing field. I mean, majority of those councillors have just been elected. It's hardly a month, and if they are in fights amongst themselves, so imagine what 5 years will be.
The Free State Cooperative Governance has argued that resolutions taken at the special council meeting were meant to derail the implementation of the mandatory financial recovery plan imposed on the municipality, and that this would eventually ensure that the appointment of personnel in the purported Metro Police takes place. Treasury has already written to the 2 warring formations, warning them about the financial risk of establishing the Metro Police in Mangaung. Mangaung was placed under administration just over 2 years ago for failing to implement a financial recovery plan.
When they made the decision to appoint the acting city manager, Sello More, so in our opinion, we strongly believe there was no quorum. Even the Section 79 committee chairpersons were elected on that meeting. And that if that meeting was no quorum and it was unlawful, it means those councillors must pay their salaries back.
The council has the right to appoint or fire a city manager. Therefore, we are not there yet whereby we should be consulting with the MEC, Mr. Dukwana. It seems as if this Mr. Dukwana is very much involved in the whole shenanigans that are happening around Mangaung.
The financial recovery plan that should have been developed and implemented by the province in terms of Section 139 of the Constitution that was implemented the intervention, we don't see that financial recovery, we don't see that plan. It's been years now. It's the best kept secret in Mangaung, that financial recovery plan, and that is what provincial COCTA should rather be focusing on than making court applications, because the fact of the matter is there must be an acting city manager.
The ANC's Mangaung Interim Regional Committee, IRC, has called for the removal of Council Speaker Stephanie Lokman-Naidoo for allowing the special council sitting to convene. Efforts to get comments from both ANC and the Mangaung Metro were unsuccessful. Meanwhile, those opposing the High Court application are expected to file their papers next week. Makhala Masideng, SABC News, Bloemfontein.